Okay, there's a lot of questions, I know. To start with, the whole city of Jerusalem is divided into 4 quarters. The reason for this is very simple. We spoke about Roman cities, do you remember? 2 streets which cross it. Cardo, the Caminus, cut it into 4, correct? That's why the whole city of Jerusalem is divided into 4 quarters. That's Roman. One of the quarters, which we see right now behind us, is the Jewish quarter. One of the smallest, but one of the newest. It's a combination of new and old buildings. Later on, God willing, this afternoon we'll be taking you for a walk and a stroll through it. Coming to where you are, we're looking right now at what you call the Wailing Wall, what they call the Western Wall. Okay? There's a difference in naming. Let me remind you, temple destroyed 70 AD. Jews, without having a red heifer for the purification of the body, they cannot go up on the Temple Mount. And should not go up on the Temple Mount. Must not go on the Temple Mount. So that's why they went praying at the eastern gates of the temple. That means the other side. Romans, Hadrian, Christians, they ban the Jews from coming into the temple. As a matter of fact, later on the Christians, they start dunging garbage up on the top. That's why the gate we walked through this morning coming to the old city, it's called the Dung Gate. Muslims capturing the city in 638 AD, they allowed the Jews back. As I told you, they gave them that spot opposite to the Holy of the Holies to pray. Let me remind you, that neighborhood did not exist. There was always Jerusalem there, the temple there. The Crusaders capturing up the temple, turning the mosques on the top into churches. Jews once again expelled away from the city, not allowed in. When the Muslims recaptured it, the Jews were given a new place to worship, and that's over here, because that would be the nearest they could get to where the Holy of the Holies is. And the neighborhood was added, including the space where you are standing. This neighborhood would have went occupying this plaza as far as that stone rail which is in front of you. 1967, Israel captured Old City. They demolished the neighborhood which stood over here, creating the Western Wall Plaza, more space. But notice, this is not the place where people worship, still limited to that area between the stone rail and the walls which you see at the back. Now looking at the walls of the temple from where we are, the first 3 courses, that means the first 3 rows of stones, that's 2,000 years old. Of course, below it, there's another 17. Like what you've seen in the tunnel. The medium-sized stones, that's Muslim. Restoration of the wall in the 8th century AD, when they built the mosques on the top. The little stones on the top, that's Crusader. The wall, divided into 2 halves, women to the right, men to the left side, where the Jews would be coming to worship at. For them, this is the holiest place today. For the Jewish people, that is the holiest place. You can see the people coming over here for the prayer. You see them with the prayer shawls, the phylacteries we have already spoken about, the side hair, the beards we have already also explained, the yarmulkes. One thing we did not explain about, when they pray, they bounce. Worship your God with all the parts of your body, written in the book of Psalms. That's why you can see them bouncing. Direction of prayer toward the temple, niches in the wall where people go on and place their petitions at. And I was very serious when I said that you can email it or text it or send it through a electronic note. I was very serious about that. And this, they do print it free of charge for one time, and they will take it and place it for you into the wall free of charge. So if you did not bring your petitions to place at the wall, then you can always email it or text it. Everyone, women, your own section of the wall. Men, your own section. Men, once you go in, cover up your heads. If you have a hat, that's good enough. If not, they have a paper yarmulke, which looks like a Chinese fast food. It's a little bit oily too, and you can put it on your head using it to reach the wall. Then back over here.